So in terms of the economic outlook for next year, there are a number of positive signs. Exchequer receipts are running at 2 billion ahead of profile, 5.2 billion ahead of last year. GDP is forecasted to grow by over 5%, and the unemployment rate is expected to halve to 8%. And a recent CEO Outlook survey suggests that business confidence is returning to pre-pandemic levels. Against that, there are a number of international tax reforms underway that will be of relevance to Ireland. The two most immediate ones are US tax reform. The current proposal is for the statutory rate to increase to 26.5% and the GILTI rate to 16.5%. But that still represents a differential of about 10% between US tax on US profits and US tax on foreign profits. And that's meaningful. And therefore, it still makes sense for US multinationals to locate some of their operations overseas. And in that context, Ireland will remain a very attractive location for US FDI. And the second international tax development is, of course, BEPS 2.0. There's still quite a bit of detail to be negotiated both on Pillar 1, which is the allocation of taxing rights to market jurisdictions, and on Pillar 2, which is this global effective minimum tax rate. And in particular, what that tax rate might be, whether it's 15% or something higher. And as we approach Budget 2022, measures that we would like to see included can be framed around a number of key themes. So housing, we'd like to see tax measures introduced that will promote and support the greater supply of more affordable housing into the market, and whether that's through the temporary reduction of the VAT rate on new builds or the reintroduction of rollover relief to unlock properties for redevelopment. Innovation, we'd like to see a broadening and enhancement and greater accessibility of the R&D tax credit regime. Sustainability, we'd like to see tax measures introduced that will promote a greener and more sustainable society, and whether that's through greater incentives for retrofitting housing, reliefs to make available land for the delivery of renewable energy, or indeed incentives to encourage investment in more sustainable business ventures and activities. We'd also like to see measures introduced to support the domestic economy, whether that's enhancing the EIIS or looking at our CGT rate, bringing that down, or improving our entrepreneurial relief. And lastly, COVID-19 has fundamentally changed the way in which we work and indeed where we work from. So it'll be important going forward that Ireland has an attractive personal tax and social welfare regime.